Alrighty, let's jump ourselves into a Ranger battle. We got Diamond on the Reaper. It's time for Ranger to catch up a little bit. We're gonna go with the fundamentals. I'm really trying to focus on the fundamentals, I think. There's a reason they call them the fundamentals. Let's make sure we really discover the fun in fundamentals. Give 110%. Let's go out there and give 110%. Alternatively, if I see a Buster Sword, I'd like to make a Buster Sword crit build, because I haven't done that yet, and I really want to do that. So that's the alternative. The alternative is we can do that. So, we'll see. We have a Sail Shield, which is an excellent start. We got a few nice options here. We can go Whetstone Swords to build a Hero Sword. Always a very good idea. There's also going Pan and Food, and you can certainly go Pan, Whetstone, and Hero Sword as well. But for kind of whatever we do here, we need an extra bag. I'm thinking we'll go for the Whetstone. Yeah, I think I'll go for the Whetstone. So we can buy this and then resell it. To get the bag now, I need to... Yeah, we need to sell like this and the luck, which is a bit rough. And it doesn't help us immediately to do so. We might be fine to just reserve that. Like this is fine for round one, but not quite as good as it could be. Basically, like we had to get a sale bag really to pull that reroll off. So, it's a bit of a tough situation. Was there a second Whetstone there? Oh, whoops. Yeah, I probably should have reserved the second Whetstone, actually. All right, we got a nice win on this one. They did get the stone bag, which helped them out a little bit, but it was not quite enough. The shield is pretty strong. Of course, I reserve one, another one comes up. Yes. And because I did not reserve the Whetstone, I am now be punished. I am being punished. Second one here. Well... Could have either bought the second rock and had 2 rocks or bought the second shield. I'll go for the second shield. We got a pretty solid against Dagger Pan here with 2 shields. Should be a pretty comfortable win for us. Unless, oh no, maybe not. We just don't have enough damage, of course, and poison ramping. Too slow. Never mind. Yeah, and the garlic as well. We were too defensive. Definitely called that one wrong. Steel Goobert, but we need the extra Whetstone. Come on, man. Do I ignore the bag and reroll for the Whetstone? We need the Whetstone as soon as possible. I kind of screwed up. I think I was kind of screwed up here. There's the Whetstone. Mate. Is that a sales shield that I bought? I think it was on sale. We'll just pretend it was. Oh no. Okay. A little bit of an awkward start here. I thought I'd focus on the fundamentals and look what I've done. I probably should have moved that goob in place of the shield too, actually. When I said I'd focus on the fundamentals, I meant I'd completely ignore them. That's what I meant. Like when you're driving and you stare at oncoming traffic and slowly drift towards it. That's me right now. I'm snowball throwing. Oh no. It's all falling apart. We need a second weapon to take advantage of the hero sword, and just getting another wooden sword is fine for now, potentially. It only comes at a 1 coin loss. We'll make our Steel Goobert. But we'll do it like this. Steel Goobert at least is a big payoff. We might be able to salvage this run. We'll get some just nice food going. The debuff, cleanse, and garlic action. We gotta figure out where we're going with this one. Right now it's looking a bit iffy. We should have this one. Extra damage from the sword is putting us over the edge there. The carrot helping out a lot too. Yeah, I could move the foods over to trigger Goobert actually. Mate, I'm missing everything on this one. It's a bit iffy. Also, we kind of want this here. Can't quite get that last one in there. Think I can get the cheap piggy. I'll get that because we can resell it. Let's just put that there. Rock bag on Steel Goobert be good? Yeah, rock bag on Steel Goobert is very good. Yeah, the whip kind of curves around the Steel Goobert alright, doesn't it? You could kinda... The whip is already kind of built to scale by itself. So that aspect's slightly wasted, but it does build in your board quite nicely. Yeah, rocks are free to buy. There's like no real risk to buying rocks and holding them in case of a bag. We won off the tie there, it looks like. You're probably gonna need our gem chest. And then I'm gonna re-roll this one. We're just building a wooden sword right now. Ripsaw blade might be the one to change to. But we can't do it this round, obviously. I don't think this run is gonna go too far. We might be able to gain rank off it, but I don't know that it's gonna be a big run here for us. We should be good in this round. I'm not too worried about this. I do have a bit of armor penetration with that sapphire there, but it's inconsistent at 50%. It means we could basically look at our armor as half as effective. Yeah, we're hanging in there nicely. Now it's slowing us though. That does add up. Yes, yes. We'll see about this, huh? Okay, debuff removal. Ripsaw blade time. 0.9 and 0.7 is a bit much. We could drop the wooden sword here now, I think, and put him over here. Steel Goobert, and that's in the ranger bag there. That's good. We did manage to successfully Uber Goober. We did. We don't really need the heroic potion. It's like certainly not bad. It only triggers on going out of stamina. We don't easily go out of stamina though, unless our opponent has a shield. Getting another carrot instead. And the one cost gems are basically free. I don't think we reroll here, so I just think we hold out. We're okay here. This is not super strong, but Ripsaw is decent weapon. It starts at 8 to 10. It's got 3 gem sockets, and it shuts down 2 build things, mostly 1 build, any spike related build, which can be both defensive ones and thorn whip builds, which is quite nice. It's not bad there, not bad. Oh man, I haven't even thought about class. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? We don't have anything that points to Poison Ivy or Yggdrasil, so it's probably just a straight up piercing arrow, I think. We've only had 2 losses. It's not great, but you know, we might be able to turn this into something here. Maybe. That's 2 OK activations. We don't get the crit damage. That's pretty good there. But we would need to move things around for it though to work. Do a bit of this. Do a bit of this. Yeah, that's pretty good for now. And we get the crit damage there. Keep that over there. Rock can just sit out for the moment. Do we want to bird it up? We certainly don't have the space for the bird right now. I'm not gonna get 2 whetstones very easily at this point. This is good here. Speed, 10% faster attack speed on the Ripsaw is quite good. They actually renamed the Ribsaw into Ripsaw. It's quite funny. Because like that's basically what people were saying anyway, so they just renamed it into it. The Ribsaw. It's quite funny. We may want to upgrade this. The only question is how. Like, we can sack the luck for a round. It's not great, but it works. Yeah, we kind of need bags, don't we? Just put them both in the sword? Oh yeah, of course. That's the easiest way. Both in the sword, of course. They can go in the armor. Second rock. If we can get a rock bag, it's a pretty low chance of getting a rock bag, but if we can manage to get a rock bag, that'd be nice. It's not too much downside to buying that one there. We're gonna need bag space though. We'll hold that bag and go into the next round here. They got some pandemonium and just some cards. So this will be a few poison stacks, but I do have 2 carrots. I feel quietly confident about this, but not loudly confident, you know, just quietly. just a little... Ah, okay, okay. Is that a little gem merge and a bit more stripping of buffs is quite good. Let's go ahead and grab this. Now we have to consider what we want here. We can sell the pocket sand and get the Book of Light to shut down any blind. And if we get a blue gem soon, we can get the invulnerability trigger off that as well. I think we'll do that. So let's sell pocket sand. I can sell the pocket sand or a rock. The pocket sand is a little stronger than the rock. It's just that I was kind of hoping to get a rock bag at some point, so I'll take the gamble. Now I actually want this over here so that we can trigger the luck gain a bit more there. The Lucky Clover actually is fine to pass up now. I just remembered because we have the Piercing Arrow going. Yeah, we don't have any mana right now for the book, but it's fine. It still does its basic thing. Cleanse, blind, heal. We don't have a lot of healing right now, so... So we got some thorns. We just immediately strip those away. No problem there. And then there's Steel Goobert Spectral Daggers. Decent. Their triggers are a little lacking. So it's not going to scale too badly for us. We're going to outscale them for sure. 36 damage crit. Honestly, you can have a great run without doing anything super interesting like this. And there is a certain like joy in kind of just doing some fundamentals, doing some basic stuff. Although it would have been nice if my earlier matches I had not made so many mistakes to further emphasize my point, which I have not done very well. I have not emphasized my point very well. The Acorn Collar here would get us to 100% crit pretty much right off the bat. We're getting a good amount of luck scaling now for the carrot for even more scaling. Do we just go like a solid normal scaling build? We probably want the amethyst. Yeah, this looks pretty alright. Those are starting to even out now that we're on round 10. Acorn's big here. It'll get us to 100% crit chance pretty fast now with that luck generation. We take a moment to ramp. A bit of fanciness going on there, but 10 luck gets us to 100% crit chance. Beautiful. Ranger bag plus acorn gets us to exactly 100. Nice. Putting the fun in fundamentals. Purple gem upgrades. Very nice. Extra purple gem. Now we just keep feeding, the box of riches keeps just feeding gems into our Ripsaw Blade. Sorry, Ripsaw Blade. Oh, we might want ourselves some holy armor. One thing we're not really doing is like counteracting poisons at the moment. And we have the book already, so we get the extra healing off that. It's kind of nice. It'd be nice to get some space. Oh, nice. Ask and you shall receive, right? Great, that gives us a few extra things to do with the, That's perfect. Looks good to me. Gives a few extra things to do with the, gems too, but not really this one. We might be better off with reducing their healing a bit here and go with the attack speed instead. It's doing more with that gem. That looks pretty good. Get a little bit of extra regen, a good chunk of extra armor. We cleanse poisons. Loving life. Just straightforward, good stuff right there. We got a little bit of poison stacking here. A demonic flask fed by a health potion. That's not enough to be worried about. We'll cleanse that before that even triggers. They won't have barely any debuffs here. Yeah, and they haven't managed to make a poison pan yet. So I'm not too worried here. That's like, it took like 3 damage from the demonic flask. I don't even think it'll actually trigger. Nice. Comfy. Comfortable win. This might somehow magically turn into a good run. We did see a Buster Sword, and I do want to do a Buster Sword run. Is this the Buster Sword run? I feel like this isn't the Buster Sword run. No, the Buster Sword run is a bit of a different run. It's probably not a Steel Goobert run, for one. It's probably maybe it's more of like a food pan transition into Buster Sword, because then you've got some carrots and blueberries and stuff lined up so that you can scale the empowers from the carrots. It's just a solid Ripsaw Blade build so far. Will that be good enough to defeat some of the very strong builds? Typically some of the strong Reaper builds in overtime though. We'll have to see. So I don't think we go for the Buster Sword. We do want the extra baggie. And I'm pretty convinced we want the Topaz too, actually. We do have the ingredients to do something with Buster Sword. Put a blue gem on the Buster Sword and you're getting pretty strong. We don't have a lot of stamina regain though. I mean, we could get that. Strong potion plus carrots. We need an extra potion really for it to work super well. We've got a banana to fuse it with. You could do it, but is it throwing away what the solidity of what we have right now for something that we're kind of brute forcing a bit? I think it's probably not the right call in this run. Yeah. It doesn't really take advantage of the Steel Goobert that much as it's such a slow weapon. You kind of want a faster weapon like this one to really take advantage of Steel Goobert. I think we skip it. And on the note of being fast, we do this. So that we can then fuse those two together and make an even faster Ripsaw Blade. That looks pretty good to me. We probably want to do a reroll here. One could certainly add a bow. Bow don't care about shields, which is great. They don't trigger the shields. Could provide a bit of extra damage. If we shuffled this around a smidge, we could even... Well, it'd be difficult to get to benefit from the Steel Goobert and the Ripsaw Blade. But Goob and bows is very good though. I think we should reserve that for a potential, to take that as a potential option in the next round. We'll need some bag space though. Yeah. What are we dealing with here? Magic Staff, decent mana generation. It'll be decently strong. They got good armor generation with the Vampiric Armor too. So it's a real shame we don't have that blue gem yet. We just haven't gotten, just hasn't come up yet, eh? But look at that, just solid damage. Nice, fast Ripsaw Blade. It's doing work. It may not look like much, but this run is happening, right? This run is happening. We're getting to the point now where this is getting fast enough that we actually will start to burn a bit of stamina. Still haven't got that blue gem. Okay, we got an extra baggie here, which we might need to try and fit that bow in. How do we do the bow like so, I think? We can't quite point the bow at something for the double triggers though. Oh wait, no, this, obviously. Duh, right? Obviously we do it that way. It's perfect. Yeah, that's exactly what we want. Okay. You'll forgive me, I'm still, it's my first day. Wait, it might be time to ditch the rocks. The bow isn't in the ranger's bag. So, you know, it might actually be better to flip this and put or move the ranger's bag, I suppose, of the alternative. Nah, like that. There we go. There you go, slightly faster bow shooting as well. Yeah, some nice optimizations. We got the fanny pack on the ripsaw, fanny pack on the bow. this is a better way around so that they're both in. Oh, the sword's not in the ranger bag. No. Oh no. There's a stone bag though. That's interesting. We could totally do stone bags down here and put the other weapons at the top or something. Oh no. I think it's okay for now. The sword's not in the ranger bag. It's quite possible to shuffle everything around and do it. Just time-wise, I don't think it's worth doing. The bow will be the one that ends up doing more damage now, actually, though. Thanks to Steel Goobert basically double activating on it. So I think this is good enough for now. It's likely good enough to win whatever we come up against here. Which indeed is spikes, which is kind of perfect. Shields, our bow ignores. Ripsaw kills the spikes. Very nice. Goes up 8 to 10, 10 to 12. They're going up nicely. Our armor's hanging in there pretty comfortably from Steel Goobert procs. We have like no debuffs at all. Very comfortable. Big double 30 crit there at the end. Oh, and there's the blue gem. There's the blue gem. Beautiful. I will go ahead and put that on there, and I'll go the double topaz on here, and the blue gem for complete armor ignore on the bow. That's very good, and even worth delaying the bag of stones tech for. I think the bag of stones tech might be a bit redundant now at this point, to be honest. Perfect sapphire. Couldn't ask for a better roll right there. Perfect timing too. It's actually okay that that's the only one in the ranger bag now, because it's the one mainly doing the damage. Just swap those and put the blueberry in the middle. That is better. That's a better layout for the food there. So it's just nice food buffs. Activating Steel Goobert pretty well. Bow ignoring armor. Ripsaw countering some nasty build problems, as well as stripping buffs and being nice and fast. Some good armor and not like insane healing, but okay healing. Could certainly have a bit better healing. A nice red gem would certainly make a difference. So this is just good Steel Goobert fundamentals. I like it. I was very concerned about this run to begin with. They are doing quite a lot of damage with the crit wood staff, chunking our armor down there. We are ignoring their armor, thankfully, but they seem to have a bit of healing going on. Our immunity kicks in there. We're getting nice extra mana from the blue gem. Let's see if that immunity might have been enough to save us, actually. Just give us that little extra second to ramp to 10 luck and get the kill here, I think. That's a very, that was a very strong character right there. That was a very strong build. Mate. The blue gem definitely won it. Not so much for the armor pen, but for the mana generation, interestingly. That's quite cool. We might combine the amethysts there. Ooh. Ooh. I gotta. The gems are growing. The gems continue to grow. 30% reduced healing. And 2 separate 45 buff removals. Lamp. It'll take a while to gain the spikes because I don't have any other spikes generation. We have good mana and good luck. One could lamp. One could lamp. It would kind of dump our crit a bit though. Not so sure about that. Maybe I should have unlocked the bag of stones. Move the clover over the bow and get bag for your rocks. The rocks aren't going to do that much unless we get them touching the Goobert though, which means a board rebuild. It's probably worth doing. Because Goobert's scaled rocks seems pretty strong to me. I do shred armor, which is pretty good right now in current meta. Yeah, I think we'll do it. Let's take full advantage of this Steel Goobert. We should probably consider re-rolling here. The bird would be all right, but I need a bit more bag space to really pull off the rebuild. So I think I'll go for that. Extra carrot's quite good too. Yeah. Okay, let's do a rebuild. We can do it this way and put a fanny pack in here for the rocks, make them a bit faster, which is a pretty decent buff to them. Okay. All right, let's have a look at our rebuild. Let's just double check everything. We've got our bow and arrow pointing at the sword, both of them scaling from the Goobert. The arrow is scaling the crit on both of them, and the arrow is activating in a reasonable fashion off a bunch of food there. That looks all pretty good. The Goobert is getting decent activations, very good activations off the bow, the carrot, that and that. So Goobert's looking pretty good. Goobert is scaling the rocks above the rock bag, perfecto. Rock bag, the rocks are in a fanny pack for extra speed, very nice. Ripsaw's in an extra fanny pack there. Acorn collars on those two. The rocks only get the half crit, but that's okay. Looks great, looks solid. I let the gems combine. Maybe I should have locked them. Yeah, it may have been worth locking. What are we dealing with here? A very cutely, symmetrically designed Yggdrasil setup. What are they actually doing? Oh, magic staff for damage. It's not particularly scaled though, is it? We got some birds. Yeah, it's just birds and magic. It's okay. Not quite strong enough. Ours is definitely a little stronger here. The rocks are getting 12 to 14. I just took a 60 damage crit though. It's a lot of damage. The rocks got to 14 to 16 damage. Very nice. That's looking good. And they're destroying armor every hit too, don't forget. They destroy extra armor. Let's have a look at the end and see total damage. So Ripsaw actually still shining. How is the Ripsaw outshining the bow? I'm really surprised. That is very surprising. Bow is... I guess the bow ultimately, despite the double procs, is a bit slower. Yeah, it's just the attack speed, it looks like. Oh, I clicked it. I didn't get to see the rocks damage. That's too bad. That's too bad. I think for now I'll do another set of amethyst combines maybe. Okay, let's re-roll. There's another amethyst. I'll take that. Something ate the crit chance, so... Oh, their birds were killing my crit. That's true, the birds were killing the crit, which did lower our double procs, so we weren't really double procking very well. That makes sense. I think we scale the carrot. Like, that would be okay if we get another fanny pack, but for now, I think we just scale the carrot. Make that a little faster. We could actually do... No, not without a small bag. Do we want anything of this shenaniganry? We could get a... I don't think we need the hero potion that much. Hero potion's alright with the banana, but now the banana's maybe doing slightly more for me as it is. Do I want the cap of resilience? I'm producing a lot of gems. It's not helping with anything I'm super worried about though. If the Ripsaw is doing more damage, the Perfect Sapphire is better on there then. And the double procs will help with the Form of Amethyst alright anyway. So we'll swap those around. I think Helmet could be a little stronger, yeah. More carrots is quite worth it, I feel. I feel like I can't really say no to the extra carrot. Too bad I can't socket the gems in the rocks. Could you imagine? That'd be pretty nice. I could do this. Yeah, I'll do that. That's a trade-up. 3 more rounds remaining. Sell the gem chest. No, I'll sell the emerald for now, maybe. Get this. Bring on the 2 fanny packs under the carrot banana bow. You normally get more attack speed, more speed on carrot, right? Carrot banana bow. I think it's fine for now. Reserve bird. Bird would be pretty good here. Yeah, bird can sit in here and squawk this way or this way. Both pretty good. I think we'll get the bird next round. It'll give us a nice little power spike for the last 2 rounds there. We've got a Staff of Unhealing, scaled with birds, and Mr. Struggles. Ooh, could be strong. They don't have, like, a ton of healing, though. Yeah. They've got, like, the 2 Books of Light is pretty okay, but nothing crazy on the healing. So I'm not too worried. And we're blasting and ignoring the armor production from the corrupted crystals. We're kind of killing it anyway, it seems. Chill is doing well here from the extra blue gems as well. Yeah, Chill eats into the healing quite a lot. Oh, I wanted to look at my stats, dang it. I gotta look at them stats. 5 mana gain 2 armor, inflict chill. Let's get our bird. So we can scale the rocks and some of the food, or the bow and a bunch of the food there. That gives more luck production. This gives a little bit more armor shred. I could move this. I'm gonna get it out of the way. Does that hit both of them? It doesn't. That's worth the trade-off, I think. Bird in place of shield. Ooh, that's pretty good. I like it. It's hitting everything that except the bow that's proccing off there. That looks okay to me. Wonder if we're going to be having any stamina issues now. It might be worth getting this cheap one just to put in the back for a bit of extra stamina and haste. Or haste, potentially. There's a separate one. The sword's getting quite fast now as it is. I think now maybe on the armor. I'll do that on the armor for the Goobert procs and the extra poison cleanse. Poison is a big scary. Really high-end poison builds are a big scary, so extra poison cleanse is good. So I'll put it on the holy armor. Do I want another book? I think that means you can... I wonder if you can have 2 separate invulnerability procs from 2 different books. Does anyone know? I assume so. I assume the once criteria is once per book. Might be worth going for in the last round. You can chain immunity as long as you get enough mana production, which we do now. I think that looks pretty good, actually. So we've got Crossblades, Ripsaw here, with the Gin Lamp. The Gin Lamp is not being scaled off the Crossblades, but rather they're going for the Holy Armor. I guess they're a bit more worried about poison. I think we got this. Mate. Their immunity's triggered, though. So that's giving a little bit of opportunity, but the bird has helped stripping their luck. Oh, mate, we're looking good. I could not have predicted this at the start, how well this has come together. Let's have a look. The rocks are doing nearly 100 damage total. Actually pretty good. They're matching the bow for damage, and then the Ripsaw is still pulling out a very solid nearly 300 damage. 1 poison damage. Nice. That's good. It looks very good. Ripsaw and the Crossblades both doing respectable. Yeah, and rocks on Goobert are good. 18 to 20 they have. Can they not crit at all? Oh, they don't have any crit scaling here at all because they don't have an Acon, nor are they in the range bag. So like, it's pretty hard to pull off though. It's fine, they don't have to crit, but it would be nice if they could. If we were able to give them some Acons or something, they would get up to 200 damage. But they're already doing their job, which is to punish armor and shield builds mercilessly, which is beautiful. It's beautiful. I love it. We'll get the book. It's expensive, but it gives us extra regen, and it gives us extra healing, and we'll completely get rid of any blinds that come our way. And what's more, it'll potentially give us back-to-back invulnerability procs. I'm going to pay close attention to that. I'm quite curious about it. Can I do anything right at the end here? I can get a blind stack. Could save us. 5% could save us. Anything else? Ah, a slight bit of armor. That'll do. That'll do. Looks like we'll be pulling off a potential solid 6 win here if we can make this last one. Oh, this looks strong. Let's have a look here. We've got a lot of daggers, a lot of debuff stacking. They have 3 corrupted crystals for armor production, but we are set to deal with the corrupted crystals. So we have kind of built to deal with the scary build here, which is this. Lots of corrupted crystals, lots of shields, lots of armor production, lots of debuff stacking. It looks very strong, but we are just going to ignore that 200 armor. That's our plan. Either, if the match goes on long enough, the rocks will help us bring it down, or we'll just ignore it with our blue gems. Look at those rocks go. I love the rocks flying across, so good. Shabonk. Okay, we're getting close to 10 mana, so it'd be interesting to see the procs. The immunity procs could be pretty big. Let's speed it up a smidge. Here comes our first one. Our luck is not scaling that high. There's our first immunity. We did get stunned, but no damage taken, thankfully. Which is good, because that's the dagger trigger. Look at that armor's just still going. Here goes our mana again, so we should get our second proc here. Yeah, there's our second immunity proc. Mate, look at their armor. Imagine how frustrating it'd be trying to get through all that armor normally. Oh my god, it's so much armor production. There's no way. There is no way. That is very powerful. But, you know, like everything in this game, there are solid counters to everything. I do feel like maybe these Corrupted Crystals debuffs get armor gain might be a little bit too strong. But, with how good, you know, like, say, Shields of Valor are and whatnot. But even that said, it still has counterplays. Come down here, scroll bar. Let's have a look what we got here. Ripsaw Blade with a very healthy 300 damage. Bow and Arrow with 150. The stone's not quite as much this time around. We didn't really get quite as much luck going. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, you know, it was probably purple gems. They had a purple gem just sitting in their bag instead of in one of their daggers. That's very surprising to me. Like, they wanted the debuff cleanse, I suppose. But, man, that would have really punished me, stripping my luck and whatnot. That would have been really bad for me in a dagger. It would have helped him out a bit. But, looking very good there. Looking very good. The stuns certainly hurt, but we weathered them pretty well, and a few of them went off during immunity too, which is very nice. We did get to 45 poison in the end, but we were able to deal with that. Something we didn't have was a lot of healing here. We had a fair bit of armor production, thanks to Steel Goobert. We did end up with a bit of healing from the Books of Light, but certainly not enough to counteract 45 poison stacks. The carrots put in work to try and keep these debuffs under control to stop this from getting too out of control. So they got to 50 crit, not 100, which is good and appreciated. So it came together very nicely. Yeah. Although I was a little bit messy in the first couple rounds with some very obvious mistakes. In the end, just a solid Steel Goobert kind of focusing on the fundamentals, eh? Good old Steel Goobert fundamentals. Look at him. What a lad. He's good. Even with his little 2 armor nerf. He's good. Good run. Look at that. That'll be a nice little boost to our ranking here for Ranger in our push to Diamond. Oof, nice.